All right, I love the chat. I love everything. Very excited. Hi, you guys. Hi, everyone. Good. Well, welcome. Hold on. Make sure I get that out of the way for us so I can sort of see the chat and see all of you guys. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're just getting started. It is 8 o'clock on the dot, so you haven't missed anything. I'm just going to start off by introducing myself and just do a couple little housekeeping details for everyone. My name is Tanya Sam. I'm leading this little session tonight for Web3Equity. Really glad to have this group here. You know, our goals are really to onboard more women, people of color, just more people, more good people into the Web3 space. And because this is going to be really informal, I want you guys to be able to leave and ask all the questions you can. So please feel free to ask questions in the chat. I know we only have about 30 minutes and a lot of you guys have had busy long days. So feel free to just listen in with one ear, and at the end you can ask questions. I'll stick around after I sort of work through the slide deck. But stop me if I'm going too fast. I love to talk. So please, like, raise your hand, put questions in the chat, whatever it is. I want you guys to leave with getting the tools that you need to really feel comfortable jumping into buying NFTs, opening up a crypto wallet, and just having a really safe and fun educational time in this space. So I am going to start off again by saying welcome to this course. Web3Equity Miami started from our founder, Michelle Abba, who is an incredible woman. She has worked in the technology space for a long time, and she started NFT Basel in collaboration with Art Basel to really open up the space of NFTs. So from that, we had such an onslaught of people that wanted more information about NFTs that we created Web3Equity, in particular to bring women into the space. A little bit about myself. I've worked in startups and technology for almost a decade. Got into that from a nursing background, so very similar. And I like to tell that story because I really want more people to understand, like, you don't have to be a hardcore techie to be in this space. There's really something for everyone, especially in Web3. That said, I've spent the past several years working and running my own angel investment fund and investing in founders and women to help them build their businesses. And, you know, we all know those abysmal statistics, but what I'd like to share with you guys is that I think that what's happening in Web3 right now is truly a renaissance. And I don't want to look up 10 years from now and we're still knocking at the same doors, trying to get more women and people of color posthumously into a space that we should really have a seat at the table now. So I congratulate you guys all for being here. And, you know, I just want you to be able to learn and feel as comfortable as possible in this space. Let me get my cursor to the right place. All right, so learning outcomes for tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about what Web3 is. We're going to talk about what NFTs are. I'm going to walk you through how to actually create a digital wallet and how to put some money in that wallet so that you can start dipping your toe in buying some NFTs. Just by show of hands in the chat, who has already bought an NFT before? I just want to know, like, sort of the range of experience. Okay, I see, Pedro, you put up your hand. Purchased NFTs, no. Okay, woohoo, Chelsea bought her first one this morning. Congratulations, that's got to feel really good. I still remember my first. But excited for those of you that are joining today, because I think we're setting you up for success and for being able to join in what we're doing here. So let's talk about Web3. This is something that I think has been all over the media, the news, etc. What is Web3? In order to sort of talk about it, I'm going to take you back in the technology time. And we're going to start at Web 1. So Web 1 is a couple decades ago, and it was sort of the beginning of the internet and this connected digital world. So when I think of Web 1, I think of, like, and I'm old, y'all. Okay, I'm in my 40s. I have no problem saying that. But when I think of Web 1, I think about when I remember dial-up, tuning into the internet. And it was the first time we really saw almost static web pages that we could interact with through a computer. So think of almost Encyclopedia Britannica online. They were static pages. You had to go to really specialized people to even build a website for your business. And it was very highly controlled, not at all interactive. Let's move to Web 2. Web 2 is a great example because we sort of had this centralization to it. Web 3 is known for like having this content being added. You were able to personalize the internet now. We were seeing specialized pages. It wasn't just for businesses or like encyclopedic pages. We're seeing the rise of Facebook, Instagram, all these things where we're now adding our own personal touch to content. But there became this narrative of like, I don't own any of that content. Somebody else does. There's a gatekeeper to it. And so we started people really wanting to have more control over it, but it was fun and exciting and it was super social. We were able to shop and do commerce and it revolutionized our world. Now we're at Web 3. Web 3 is something that is really exciting. It is a renaissance time. And why it's different is because it's got these words that are like the typical buzzwords that we're all hearing about. Decentralization. We're using blockchain technology, AI, machine learning. So it's almost catapulted us to this next level of being able to interact with data. We're able to own our data. And here we are talking about NFTs and cryptocurrencies and assets. And this is why I'm really excited to share this with you guys, because I think there's so much that we need to be at the beginning of and having a seat at to really control the sort of ownership and creativity. Yeah, let me see if I can mute you guys. If you're not on, thanks. I know it's hard sort of when you come in and you forget. I was on a Zoom the other day and I was not on mute. So, but thank you guys. So here we are again at Web 3. It's very, very different. We're talking about cryptocurrencies. We're talking about ownership. We've removed the gatekeepers and we have all these assets that we're seeing people trade back and forth. So it truly is, you know, sort of an evolution. I want to touch on a couple other points to that. In this inception of sort of this digital world, we're talking about the metaverse as well. And these are all areas that are really new to it, but so much development is happening. Everything is moving at sort of light speed space. So you guys are in the right place at the right time. I think one thing I will say is oftentimes there's this narrative that, oh, we're too late for Web3. We're too late for cryptocurrencies. Are we too late for NFTs? This is the beginning. This is so much so that it is almost like the wild, wild west. It's like panning for gold back in the day. We are here. So I just want to encourage you to get involved and learn as much as you can. I hate when people say that we're too late for things because, again, I think it's almost that gatekeeper mentality that wants to keep people out of an industry that is going to be really big. So you're here, we're proud, and I'm so excited. We're going to open wallets, we're going to learn more, and every day is a great opportunity to learn. All right, let's get into what are NFTs. I just want to stop there. Any questions, you guys? Give me ups or downs if I'm talking too fast. If you want to stop, like we're a small group. So I want to make sure that you guys get the learning and education that you need. So please feel free to ask questions, whatever you need, but let me know. All right, I'm going to keep going. All right, so what is an NFT? NFTs have been the buzzword, I think, of 2021 and 2019. And I'm going to start off by saying, what is an NFT? NFT stands for a non-fungible token. They're a special type of crypto asset in which each token is unique. It is a one of one. In the old world of Web 2 or the real world, however you want to put it, I almost liken it to owning a ticket to a game, a specific ticket stub that ties to a specific seat number. Nobody else can sit in that seat. You own it. It is a non-fungible token. The opposite to that is something that is fungible. An example would be a dollar bill, would be Bitcoin, etc. Bitcoin is a token, it is a crypto asset, but it is the same. If I give you, if I have one Bitcoin, And mind you, this is a digital asset, but I can trade that Bitcoin for anything. It is very different. A dollar bill is the same thing. If I have $100 bill, my $100 bill is the same as your $100 bill. In fact, if I give you $100, you can give me, 5 20s, and it is the same thing. So what is really specific about an NFT is that they are a very specific digital asset that ties to a one of one. It's almost like a certificate of authenticity for a digital artifact. That's it. That's the high level thing of what an NFT is. Now, as we dig deeper, we start to get into some of the use cases. And use cases around NFT are growing every day, which to me is the exciting part. I think if you look at my slide deck over here, you're going to see a lot of, there's some pictures here of some really classic and exciting NFTs that people are talking about. This is a collection of PFP pictures. They're digital JPEGs essentially on the blockchain that have gotten a lot of notoriety, the popularity right now, and they're a huge they're probably one of the biggest crypto assets. So they're called the Bored Apes. And so this started in 2019. It was a project that was created. It was drawn up by artists. They created a 10,000 edition of them, and they started selling. Those Bored Apes, I think the lowest they're going for right now is maybe, I think it's 200,000. Guys, I didn't check my stats based on what Ethereum is, but they are created on the Ethereum blockchain, and value was created. People wanted them. They became scarcer and scarcer. So the value goes up, up, up. People are now trading them. And so this is sort of the essence of what NFTs and art are doing in the art world. And there are many, many more examples. You guys might be familiar with World of Women, Crypto Covens. There's hundreds of thousands of projects, and even you can make an NFT, put it on the blockchain and sell it and show your art. I'll just pause there and say there's a bunch of other really exciting things happening. We're seeing a lot of utility come out of NFTs. So it's not just JPEGs. And when I talk about utility, I mean, we're having function attached to this digital asset. One of the best things I think is really interesting to me is, for example, I don't know about you, but I'm based in the United States. But last year I actually had to travel internationally a lot for different reasons. And our COVID vaccinations. We are this incredible country, and my COVID vaccination was on a cue card. Imagine the world when we have a digital asset that is stored on the blockchain that is absolutely irrefutable, and that's how we start to store information. It is a smart contract that is verified and vetted. It is essentially unbreakable, but that's how we're starting to see the future of storing information. And so many more projects and utilities are coming out of that. For example, in real estate, in health insurance, we're seeing trading cards, so many different ways. So I think, the possibilities are endless. For example, a Birkin bag, the infamous Birkin bag. How do you know it's authentic? But once you attach NFTs to it, you now have this provenance for different items. That's a big thing. I want to pause there because, it's hard to run through the whole entire world of Web3 and what's an NFT. I'm just going to look for the questions. Any questions? Does anyone want to raise their hand, suggest a question, get any clarification, or shall I keep going? You guys are a quiet bunch. Okay, it's good. I get it. I just want to make sure we're good. I just want to add a little piece about blockchain and how sort of that works. So any cryptocurrency, most of them run on a distributed public ledger called blockchain. So with most NFTs and the NFTs that we'll be talking tonight, they trade on the Ethereum blockchain or Ether. There's a lot of different ways to talk about it. But as this industry grows, we're seeing a lot of different ways and cryptocurrencies and assets that are trading. Solana is another one, Flow is another one, but we're predominantly going to be talking about Ethereum tonight. Yes. Okay, I'm just making sure there's no more questions. Okay, love this. All right, so let's move on to the piece de resistance for our existence tonight. And we are talking I want to pause here and talk a little bit about a really exciting project that Women Web3Equity is launching. And again, when we talk about utility with NFTs, I think this gives a perfect example. You know, oftentimes I think a lot of the hesitancy people had in terms of getting into this industry was like, what am I going to do with this JPEG picture? Why is this ape important? Why are people trading things? And what's funny to me is, like, I have to laugh. I used to be obsessed as a young girl with my sticker collection. I had a serious sticker obsession. I started babysitting jobs. I started doing everything so I could collect stickers. Well, here we are, fast forward, and essentially we're collecting really expensive stickers, but there's value and assets to them. And this collection right here, the Tuttle Tribe, which is one that we're launching on March 16th, is exactly this. When we talked about launching NFT Basel and the conference that we did, one of the things we realized was what people wanted more than anything was education. So what we're doing with this project, the Tuttle Tribe, is number one, we are creating a community. We're creating a community of women, underrepresented founders, folks, anyone, moms, whoever it is, just people who want to get into Web3 and have access to the beauty that this community is creating, but also attached to this NFT that you have the ability to mint. In addition to that community, is this idea that we're creating utility. You get a one-of-one piece of art. So it's, again, that digital asset. But on top of that, we're layering sort of a gateway or permission. It is your ticket stub into a community that gives you access to in-person events, partnerships, discounts with brands, upcoming conferences, and so many learning experiences. For example, if you follow us on social media or in our Telegram group, you'll see that we have been having, sorry guys, that was really loud, all sorts of in-person events. So we're going to do more of those, and we're going to continue to create environments that foster learning and education. And this is your key to access. I love you guys for saying community is number one, because this is kind of the beauty of it. You know, this is such, in the old days of the bro code of technology and stuff, you know, oftentimes, I've worked in there for a very long time, it was hard to feel like you belonged. Well, we are creating our own communities. We're creating our own spaces, and that's what this is about. So one of the things that we want to make sure you know how to do is, like, what does it mean to mint something? How do I mint something? And the first steps are how to create a digital wallet. So I'm going to walk you guys through this. And again, this is something that I think for a lot of people, they're like, get very anxious about, like, what does this mean? Because there's a lot of FUD. This is a term that is very pervasive through Web3, fear, uncertainty. What do I do? But I'm going to walk you through this to make it as easy as possible for you. And here we're going to go. So there's tons of options. I think one of the beautiful things is we've now seen a growth in a lot of startups and companies that have made it easier to do this. Years ago, you were honestly probably a really high-tech coder that was mining these things, storing them. But now we have a lot of great interfaces that make it easy. So we are going to set up Metamask today. I have both. And so we'll do probably more sessions that will help people walk through MetaMask or a Coinbase wallet. But I think MetaMask is a great way to start. And step one, I'm going to just bring this down here for a second, you guys. We have these handy dandy explainer videos that we've pre-recorded for you. And if I could just move stuff, please bless me, computer gods. I feel like we should have music to, hold on a second. Why aren't you coming over? Hold on, you guys, my screen doesn't want to switch. Let's escape out of this. So how's it going, you guys? Hopefully this works out right now. Let's talk about technical difficulties. Okay. Sorry, I'm appreciating the laugh because I need it. Escape full screen. Stop doing this to me. Okay, you guys, let's see. Okay, here we go. Woohoo. All right, so let's see how this works. Okay, I'm gonna run this back for us right now. And we're gonna start at step 1, and this kindly opened up step 1. All right. First things first, like I said, we are going to download a MetaMask wallet, and easy thing you're gonna do is open up your browser. I personally use 2 different browsers for it. I think people will give you know, their opinions, but I would suggest for you either Chrome, Safari, or Edge. Stick with those. I think they're the classic ones. For me, I'm not going to complicate this, but I think you'll do fine to do this. Now, when we talk about a crypto wallet, I'm going to start off by just saying, like, what is a wallet? A wallet is a device or a program that allows you to transfer and store your cryptocurrency. That's it. It is different from when you think about your own wallet, and there's a lot of different terms that we'll go through, but this is the place that, you know, if the cloud resonates with you, where you are going to store your crypto funds, your NFTs, everything. It's almost like your portfolio. And let's just start with there. There's different types, but right now we are going to download one, and it's going to come straight from your browser. So the first thing I would say to do is go to Google or wherever you're going and put in MetaMask. Put in MetaMask, and it's going to come up. It's most likely going to be the top search. Go to the website. How we do this, and there's many ways you can do it. You can download it to your cell phone, but we're going to do it right now on the desktop as a browser extension. So you're going to hear we're on this beautiful MetaMask website, and I can't see the browser. Oh, you guys can't see my browser? Oh, wait, hold on. Pull it down. Does that help? Let me see. Is this better? Yeah, why can't you see my browser? Oh, I see what you're saying. Interesting. Okay, hold on a second.
I think, Tanya, can you hear me?
Yeah.
If you stop the screen share and then go and start it again, you should be able to click
Okay.
desktop.
Thank you. Who was that, Jenna?
It is, yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. Let me do that again. I'm gonna go here. Okay.
That's perfect.
Can you see? Awesome. All right, so super easy, guys. I went to my Chrome browser and I just put MetaMask in. I'm going to do that again just so that you can see. Like I said, I wanted to walk it through as if I was explaining this to my young nephew. So here's on MetaMask. I click there and it'll bring you here. Again, you can do this on your phone as well, but we're setting this up on a desktop, and you're going to download it. I have different extensions in here, so I'm going to walk you through this step here that is sort of a pre-recorded video. And as you see, we're going to go through the download. I hope you guys can follow along with that, but it's a little bit faster, but I'm speaking you through it. And you're going to download the extension. Chrome is there. You install it. You're going to add it to Chrome. And it's going to ask you, I want to say a couple things because these are just some things that I think that get stuck all the time. Make sure your pop-ups are open. So if you have to go into your settings to say allow pop-ups, please do that. And then allow the extension to download. So let's keep going. MetaMask has been added, and here we are. Okay, I'm going to pause here.
98.
So this is where I just want to give you a little light bulb moment. We're in MetaMask, it's downloaded it, and it's going to say, do you have a MetaMask account? If this is your first time, you were going to create a wallet. That's what we're here to do. Sometimes there are many cases where people have multiple wallets. They do different things. I'm not going to get too deeply into that. That'll be sort of version 2.0, but we are just creating our first wallet here. It is asking you about our secret recovery phase. That means you already have a wallet. We're going to go back and talk about that a little bit later. All right. Here, it's just doing a couple of checks and balances for us. There are things that in this, like I said, the wild, wild west of Web3 that you never want to do. And so a lot of these apps are just very conscientious about making sure they can keep you as safe as possible without sort of crossing the line and rules of Web3, which somewhat is about decentralization and anonymity. And so that's what that's asking you for. You're just going to agree to it, and it's going to ask you to create a password. Create a password. All right, there's a couple different levels of security here. MetaMask is like almost similar in this step to creating a password for your bank. It is really important. One of the tenets of Web3 is this idea of decentralization, which the background of it is a little bit of anonymity. Okay, so this password is unlike when you can walk into your Wells Fargo bank and be like, I got locked out of my safety deposit box. You really have to remember these. So a couple tips and tricks that I use, please, you guys, if you don't invest in one, use a password keeper. It is probably the best app money that I've ever spent. There's a lot out there, 1Password, FastPass. I don't know how you deal with all the passwords you have in life, but they also download and plug into your computer as an extension. Best money you will ever spend, because the days when your password is Tanya 12345 are over. So pick your password. A lot of those password keepers will generate it for yourself, but please make something that is not as simple as your mother's maiden name. I can find that on Facebook, but just do sort of the work to get you the right password that you need. And please write that down, save it in your password keeper. So this is going to get you into MetaMask 1.1. All right. All right. Step 2. I think I'm going to have to stop screen sharing again, you guys, and go back. So just bear with me as I toggle between these things. Step 2. And now I can start screen sharing again with you in a momente. If it lets me, but it doesn't want me to. And start screen sharing. Okay. Here we go. That's not where I want. I want to be here. Can you see me, guys? No.
Yes. Oh.
It's the wrong one. So let me get back to the right one. Thanks, Jenna. We're on 2, my friends. Hold on. I think I'm really doing something wrong with that. So I apologize, you guys. It should be a lot smoother of a transition. I can't figure out what it is today, but it is 8 o'clock. All right. Come back to my screen sharing. Here we are. Thank you guys for your patience. Okay, so this is step 2. I'm going to start playing this video. We've made some pre-recorded. You are in MetaMask, and it is going to ask you to secure your wallet. So this is where things get really important in terms of securing your assets. This is your money. This is your very hard-earned money, and you're setting up the beginning phases of how to keep that safe. So it is going to create a self-generated security password. With your crypto assets, you will have a public key and a private key. The public key is almost like your phone number. You can give it out to anyone. I'll show you where that's found once the wallet is created. But this private key is very different. This series of 12 words that we're talking about is only known to you. MetaMask doesn't have it. If you lose it, that's it. You will be locked out of your account forever. And there's no fear here, there's no this, but this is just the serious warning that I want you guys to have with this, because this is just the truth of the matter. And so there's a lot of different ways you can store that. For security's sake, I would say don't write it on the whiteboard behind you so that, you know, when you're on a Zoom, people can see it. I would say don't save it in the notes in your phone, because that's an easily hackable way. Please put this in some place that is very secure. If you have a safe at home, this is where it should go. This is like if you gave the keys to your car to a stranger on the street and told them where you lived and said, please don't steal my car. Just be very careful with that. And that is my 2 cents on that. Write that down, keep it somewhere very, very safe. It is the only way that you can gain access into your wallet. I'll also say in this world, there is no reason for anyone else to ever ask you what your security code is. No NFT drop, no project, no nothing. You may or may not want to tell your significant other. I don't know what your how your sharing preferences are, but that is definitely a fact. All right. So we're going to keep going through. That was just a lesson I really wanted you guys to understand. And I know I'm running over time. I told you I talked a lot, but we'll keep moving through and you'll get all the keys and tips and trips that you need. I'm just going to do this so that we have 4 open 2 and make sure I'm in the right place. And then I'll start screen sharing with you guys again. Pedro's in the chat and he's also saying he recommends printing them. I absolutely do. I have some really incredible tools that I use that actually, like, I just bought a fire safety one, which sounds really crazy, y'all, but it literally prints it out and you cannot, it can't be burned if my house burned down, God forbid. But all right, here we are in MetaMask and it's saying, congratulations, you've passed the test, keep your security phase, you're in. And it'll take you past this little tokenization screen. And voila, this is the first page you're going to see in your MetaMask. You guys, you've created an account. It is really that simple, but you've got no money in it. I want to walk you through a couple things here as you go through this piece here. And it takes us right to our next slide right here at the top. This is your account number. This is your public facing account number. You can click on that and it's a digital, like 61 numeric digital combination. And you can make that public facing. When someone asks you, hey, would you like to be on an allow list? If someone asks you to mint, if someone wants to send you ETH for your birthday, this is the number you give them, not that 12, not your secret phrase, not your password to get into MetaMask. This is it. That is your public key. Now, as we go up here, you can see that the token that we have in this MetaMask wallet is Ethereum. You can have different tokens on here, and you can also rename them however you want. Several people keep combinations of different types of wallets there as well. And they have multiple different wallets. So this is kind of what it's showing you, but this is just sort of walking you through that one. I will stop and say, these options here, as you get deeper and deeper, you will create multiple accounts, but you can just easily do that and go through. It takes simple steps. This is how you would connect your cold wallet as well. And the cold wallet is sort of an offsite storage that you want to do as well. All right, so you guys, easy, exciting, you have your wallet. I'm going to stop screen sharing here for a second, and we're going to talk about how to actually put money in that wallet, which I think is really exciting. Any questions? How are you guys feeling? How's it going? I'm overwhelmed by the number. Heather is saying I'm overwhelmed. Hold on, let me read that. By the number. Let me find my chat. I'm overwhelmed by the number of wallet options and how all the various coins and exchanges work. In the last week, I've had conversations with various NFT companies, service providers, DAOs. I've been told to connect. Oh, great question, Heather. Any advice on how to navigate it? So I was very hesitant in the very beginning, and I'm just going to keep working through the deck a little bit on how to really navigate all those things. I will tell you, it was tough because at one point you're quite hesitant on, you know, what to do when and what's safe. Connecting your wallet, again, you can connect your public key. A lot of different Discords will ask you to do that. And to join a DAO, they'll ask you to do that. That is safe. Never give someone your secret password. And it's kind of like your access to get into things. And so it does feel a little bit scary in the beginning, but it is helpful. Okay, there's Christina's saying, for those of us on the Telegram app, there's a minting app for us next week. How do we do that now that we have a wallet? All right, here we go. Let's get back to screen sharing. We're talking now about how to, and I'm going to share again, and we'll probably have to unshare, how to put money in your wallet so that we can mint. So Title Tribe, for example, in the Telegram, if you guys aren't in there, there's a lot of different alpha on different mints and different ways to buy an NFT. And you can buy an NFT on OpenSea, or you can buy an NFT through a mint. So let's get cracking, and we'll talk about the number one way to sort of buy this. going to stop screen sharing again because it really doesn't want me to do that. And we are here. So we're going to Coinbase. So in order to buy an NFT, you have to have Ethereum in your wallet. And the first way that we're going to do this, again, folks, is by going to Coinbase. Coinbase, here we go. Well, this is going to take you to my dashboard, which is probably different than what we want. But anyways, it's going to ask you to sign in. Oh, Francisca has a question. I don't know if that was old, Francisca. Do you want to unmute and ask, or did we cover it?
Yes, thank you. Is that as you navigate through what you're showing us, sometimes there's a bit of a delay.
Okay.
And you can say, I'm clicking on and I'm clicking on so I can follow better. I really appreciate it.
Okay, the delay is, do you think it's when I have to switch between screen sharing, or is it just I
No,
need to
it's
talk
just
slower?
a normal regular Zoom delay. So by
Got
the
it.
time that the screen changes,
Okay,
like we couldn't see where you clicked.
got
So
it.
thank you so much.
No, thank you for telling me that.
If it's helpful to Tanya, when you're done, I can share the links with everybody that was in this chat.
Yes, we're going to share that, the whole links, and their video. Jenna did a great job. Their video recorded sort of walking through. So there's no audio to it, but we will share this on YouTube. But that I think will be really, really helpful as well. All right. So Coinbase. I love Coinbase. It is probably one of the original wallets that I started using and the investment tools that I started using. So we're going to go here, and you're just going to have to start and create your account. Okay. Very easy. You're going to put your name, number, where you're from, your state, etc. Certify that you're 18 and older. And it is going to walk you through. So I'm going to pull this down a little bit because we also have this recorded. And I'm hoping this is better now because it's in one ticket. So here we are. I'm going to pause so that we can catch up. Once you do that, it is going to ask you, it's going to send an email to your account, and you're just going to have to verify. So these are just some of the minor checks and balances. Go to your account, verify that you exist, and that's step 2. All right. Step 2 to this. I'll pause because I know we've got a bit of a delay. All right, so this was done with Michelle. It's going to collect a little bit more information, and it is just simply walking you through some of these things. And these are questions that people ask all the time. They're like, is it okay to put my social security? Yes, although we are very decentralized, there are certain things that they do collect in terms of this information that are just really quite helpful for you to have and do a little bit of tracking. So it is safe. Please put them in there, and we'll go from there. Step 4. Okay, I'm going to pause there. We've created an account. You've gone to your website and checked it. You've verified the info. When I say verified the info, it will ask you to upload a picture of your ID. Again, this is completely safe, and continue to do that, and just know that it's part of the process. The next step is adding a payment method. Now, in order to buy an NFT, you have to buy it on OpenSea, or for most mints, with Ethereum. Like I said, there's other blockchains that mint, Solana, Flow, etc., that have NFTs on it. For the purpose of minting Tuttle Tribe, it mints on it's a token that is minted on the Ethereum blockchain, and you have to connect your bank account. So you'll go ahead and connect your bank account, and the goal is we're going to transfer US dollars to our Coinbase account, and then transfer that to Metamask. So it's a couple steps, but it is part and parcel of the process. I think that was step 5. Yes, I believe it was. And we're on step 5. Let me see, guys. I'm sorry. Yep. Okay. So as you see, we've added a payment method, and I'm going to pause right there. And what I'd like to do is take us now so that you can walk through. This is taking you to this far right corner. Okay. I hope you can see it properly on the screen here. Do you see where my pointer is, where it's saying buy and sell? So when you click on that, it brings up this little pop-up screen and you have buy, sell, and convert. So let's keep going. We're going to look at the different tokens that are here. And again, we are looking for Ethereum because we want to mint on the Ethereum blockchain and we're looking to purchase Ethereum. We're going to do a one-time purchase and do a custom amount. In this instance, we are minting $900, I think, and that is US dollars. You've now connected this to your bank account. So please make sure you have funds because it will penalize you if you don't. Make sure that you have the funds. And also, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, but if you're minting in particular to have this, to have Ethereum as an asset, you can buy more. If you're minting so that you only have enough for the mint, please make sure you do those calculations based on the price of Ethereum, which you guys know fluctuates 24 hours a day. So you'll go here and it does give you options if you want a weekly buy, one-time buy. I'm, more of a one-time buy. I like to be very strategic about when I do my buys. People do it all at different steps and levels. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Hang in, you guys. So here we are. We're figuring out now the last step is how we send our Ethereum to a wallet. So in this example, this lucky person has 2,000. Well, this is the price of Ethereum right here, but they have Ethereum in their wallet. As we grab down and we are going to send. Okay. So in the top corner here, you guys, I hope you can see it. If you're in the Coinbase thing, it will say buy and send your assets. And we are going to send Ethereum. First of all, I want to say, make sure you are paying with Ethereum right here. Always do that little check. And then you're going to pick your amount. This is the fun part. How do I send it? So in this little screen, a lot happens. We have already set up our MetaMask account, and I am going to pull up our MetaMask account. Let me see if I can find it here. I'm going to pull up mine. So just bear with me for 1 second so that we can actually see this in action, you guys. It doesn't like that. Okay, perfect. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to screen share with you guys again. So I think you guys can see this. This is my MetaMask account. And again, here, there's nothing that I'm showing you here that you can't do anything with, okay? But unless you want to send me ETH. So if you want to send me ETH, feel free. This is my address right here. So when you are looking to send a transaction, this right here is your public address. It copies it like this. There's 61 digits there. I now have an address. So when I go back to this trusty example right here, where in our piece we were, sorry guys, I'm in the wrong one. You're pasting an address right there. The easiest way to do it is copy and paste it. Don't try and memorize it. Don't try and do it. Please, this is like similar to sending a wire. You are going to put a to address right there. Does that make sense? I want to pause and make sure I'm being very intentional with my words on that one. Okay, I'm going to keep going. So you would paste the address in there, as this trusty explainer video is going to do. And there again, she's pasting the address from there. You're going to paste it right there. Okay. And you can write a message if you want, but she hasn't actually put a number in. There you go. She's going to put her number in. She's going to send $5 US dollars. Okay. You were sending $5 US, which translates to 0.0.1 ETH. Okay. And I'm going to stop right here and talk about this little fee. Every time you send a transaction on the blockchain, on the Ethereum blockchain, there is gas fees. Okay. Picture a bunch of little elves that are doing the mining work. Christina, I see you have a picture. I'll get a question. I'll get there. Doing the mining work. And it costs money for those little Keebler elves to do this. So this is what these fees are talking about right there. Gas fees fluctuate at different times. That's a deeper lesson, but know that you're going to have to do that. All right. The last step here is because we love two-step authenticators, and she has it set up. We'll go through your settings and play around with that to do a two-step verification code for your authenticator cap. So she has another outside app probably on her phone that's going to generate a number. You're going to put it in there and your ETH is sent. That was the beauty of it. I'm going to stop sharing for 1 second. And Christina, do you want to unmic? You can ask your question.
It looks like a number of us were not seeing where you were pasting anything in. So you might have to do that like last 2 minutes.
Yep. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to try and do it real time. It's probably easier. Sign in. Sorry, you guys. Oh, sorry. I was probably talking and we didn't know. Okay. One second. Okay, let me go back to my screen sharing. Share screen, and we're going to start here. Did you guys understand the piece about where I showed you a MetaMask wallet? So if this is your MetaMask, it is downloaded as a browser extension. So this little guy will stick right here as an extension into whichever browser you're using. And so my little Foxy guy stays there all the time. And then I go here to specifically copy an address. Okay. And now I'm going to take us to Coinbase right here. So here we are at send and receive. I don't think you guys are seeing that. I'm logged in on my phone so I can get a better idea, but this should work. Okay, so this is my sort of internal Coinbase phase. Can you guys see that? Yes, okay.
Yes.
So here we have buy and sell and send and receive. So I'm going to go to send and receive right now. And the first thing I'm going to do is basically paste that address. See how it just pops up easily. I don't have to worry if I missed any numbers. I just copy and pasted, and you're going to hit however much you want to send. I don't even know if I have. You want to make sure you're going to send in this world. I don't have a lot of Ethereum right now because I'm ETH poor, but I'm going to send $90. That's basically all the Ethereum I have in my bank account right now. Let me move this for a second, and you're going to hit continue. Let's see if that works. So I'm sending it. I added, whoops, I deleted that. I hope you can see the bottom of my screen. It looks like it's cut off. I'm not sending a message because it's really, I'm sending to myself, and you are going to hit continue. I think I need to pull this up a little bit because, Christina, do you have another question?
You can see it though.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's essentially it. Again, it's going to take you to this page. It's going to give you that network fee of 0.006. Those do flux, and that's going to cost me $1 in gas fees because that's the total. And then I can send now, and I send it basically to my MetaMask wallet. That's the lesson for the day. I know we went over, I'm about, it was supposed to be 30 minutes, but it's really hard to go through all this in 30 minutes. I feel like there's, you know, I want you guys to be able to feel comfortable being able to mint next week. Is there questions on just the mint process, or do you need me to walk through anything else? It's a lot to really, I mean, I feel like it was a lot walking through my first wallet, buying my first wallet and NFT. So I'm happy to answer any little nuanced questions that anyone has.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I'll be attending the event on the 16th. I'm excited.
Yay.
And I'm very, I'm much a novice in this world, but I have already a Coinbase account and I use it on my phone. So it's app. And then I also downloaded a wallet for it. So what I'm confused about is what's the difference?
Right.
Yeah.
So to be clear, Coinbase, there's Coinbase sort of the exchange, and there's a Coinbase wallet that are two separate things. So if you have Coinbase in the dashboard that allows you to have to sort of buy, sell, and trade all different stocks, that's one thing. If you have downloaded a Coinbase wallet extension, which is a different app on your phone, you can buy and trade NFTs from that Coinbase wallet.
Okay.
Okay, but you sort of have to you still have to transfer money back and forth between them.
Okay. And while we were doing this, I followed along on my browser. So I did the MetaMask.
Okay.
I just I'm already overwhelmed with just this, everything's overwhelming. So, is it normal to have like more than one wallet? Should I?
As you get into this, you'll have more than one wallet. I have a MetaMask wallet. I have a Coinbase wallet. I have some others, but I feel like those are the ones I really heavily use. There's different reasons for why people have different wallets. For example, like I said, I started using Coinbase, the dashboard, maybe 2 or 3 years ago to buy and trade crypto. And then when NFTs came around, I got the wallet. But then there are some NFT projects that when you want to buy them from minting or from, the very beginning, they require MetaMask. I was like, oh no, I need another wallet. So as you get more into it, you'll start feeling more comfortable branching out and having sort of multiple wallets.
Okay.
That's my high level answer. As it gets deeper, I think there's oftentimes people who have multiple wallets within a wallet because they want to store different things in different areas. So for example, their profile picture ones might go in one place, and so they start sort of, I feel like if you're like that person on your laptop that has all these beautiful folders that are well organized, you will end up with multiple wallets.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then personally, I don't know what minting is yet. I was thinking, is that something we're going to go over on the 16th or?
Good question. I feel like we might need another thing. Okay, so when I look at a mint, I almost think about it like Krispy Kreme, and it's like all of a sudden the light is up and it's like fresh hot donuts, get them now. Okay, it is the genesis of a project. So when you look at it, sort of any NFTs, and we've talked a lot, and with this case, I'm going to specifically refer to, for example, Tuttle Tribe, where we've got this brand new generative project. There's 3,050, okay? And they are hot off the presses. Each one is a one-of-one authentic NFT. And now we have this community around it and everybody wants it. So there is this allow list that allows first come community members access to mint. So like the Krispy Kreme light will be up on the 16th, and we will have the first lineup to get access to this project. And so there's a website that you'll go to specifically. It's outside of OpenSea. So OpenSea is more of a marketplace where you're seeing all these trades happen. It's like secondary sales. It's kind of like when you went to the used CD store and bought a used CD. When you're minting something, it is a brand new project. It's the first one to get it. And typically what happens is you'll get that item. So you'll plug in you'll go to the website, you'll connect your wallet. Okay. It'll see, due to your wallet connections, that you're allowed to be on this list. You are special. You are part of this first generation community. And you will then, it'll ask you how many do you want to mint. With Tuttle Tribe, you're allowed to mint up to 5. And I believe the price is 0.05 ETH. Am I right about that? Yes. And you will get mint and will then end up in your wallet. So it'll show up attached to your MetaMask or your Coinbase wallet, and it'll sit there. Now, the fun part about minting is there's a reveal page, there's a reveal period, and some of them are very short, some of them are very long, but you'll get to basically sit there and wait with the rest of the community to reveal the art, to reveal your one-of-one beautiful token. And that's really exciting. I think why people really like to mint, because in certain projects, you don't know what you're going to get. I kind of feel like, if anyone remembers Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, when there was that one gold bar of chocolate, a lot of times in different projects, the rarity of your NFT, you don't know what you're going to get in these mints. You might get the Willy Wonka of NFTs. That is like the one of one that ends up being worth like, I don't know, girl, I'm just going to say like $100 million. That's kind of fun. But, you know, that's sort of the fun part about minting. And then, you know, oftentimes you get it and you'll start trading, you'll look for different qualities that you like. And so that's why minting is really exciting as well.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Oh, and I wanted to also just say a comment that I really like the name Tuttle Tribe.
I know.
I'm from Miami, so, you know, with all these new people coming here, it's great to like have a name that, yeah, like Julia Tuttle, I mean, you know, she's a historical person in Miami, so I love that.
Oh, Elizabeth, I love to hear that because, you know, I didn't know her story. And as soon as we sort of created this project and started talking about it, it resonated so much with so many of us, especially as like a historic, groundbreaking woman. She was the first woman to found like a major city, and just, it's really exciting. And so I think this is what is super special about this project. We are like breaking ground here as women in a brand new frontier, just like Julia Tuttle. Like, it gives me goosebumps. So I love hearing you say that. And you know, I have to admit, I'm one of those people that jumped on the bandwagon, and I love your city. So thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Christina, let me just see. Jenna, Chelsea, there is an allow list and then a public mint. Okay. Great question. If people are asking in particular about Tuttle Tribe, there is an allow list. We are placing people on it. You are here, you will get access to it. Jenna, I think if you're still on here, I am sure you are.
I am.
Is that in the Telegram, or are we emailing it to people as well who came to session tonight?
Yeah, I was looking for the link. It's going to be emailed to them.
Yes. So that's one of those small things, you guys. That is certainly a safe place that, you know, most mint lists and allow lists ask you to connect your wallet. And Christina P, I think you're asking, when you say it connects to your wallet, is that MetaMask or Coinbase? It is either one. It is either one. Different websites ask for different things, but it is that public 61-digit key that it will ask you, hey, would you like to mint? Please connect your wallet. And the reason why it's asking you to connect your wallet is, in many cases with the private mint, I guess, the pre-mint allow list, you've got to be on a list. So on the back end of it, they've got all those wallets in a list, in a database, saying these are the allowed people to get this early access to mint.
Yeah, I know the question, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the difference between something called or something like the MetaMask versus something that we went through with Coinbase? Were they just two of the same thing, or are they two different things? So you could talk about that, please.
I think you're asking me what's the difference. There is not much of a difference. So for example, I'm going to try and pull up my Coinbase and show you. I already have a wallet. Haha. Okay, so this is funny. I'm going to share my screen with you guys for a second, but this is interesting. Okay, so hold on a second. I'm going to share my screen. So MetaMask and Coinbase are pretty much the same type of thing. They're just different companies. So for example, when I was showing you guys MetaMask before, I had a little browser extension in my Edge browser, and it lived there. It was that little fox guy. This is my MetaMask that's in an extension in Chrome. So it's the similar type of wallet. I'm trying to click on it, and it's funny. I wonder if it knows that I'm screen sharing.
So you were not showing us these two things as we have to set these two up at the same time in order to do the thing on the next week. You were just showing us two different wallets that we could set up.
Two different things. So these wallet extensions, it's funny because I think I'm screen sharing. It won't show you my wallet. I see that that's blacked out. Interesting. So Coinbase in and of itself is a trading platform where you can keep your cryptos. This is sort of my dashboard for my crypto wallet. The Coinbase wallet and MetaMask are the same things. So
Okay.
they allowed you to sort of buy, trade NFTs. And they intermix through a platform. It's funny, I wish I had a slide that was like, sort of said, hey, you've got this Coinbase dashboard where you have all your crypto, and then it connects to, for example, yeah, it won't let me connect. That's really weird. Your Coinbase wallet, Metamask, etc., that allows you to sort of hold your NFTs and trade. I don't feel like I'm giving a very good.
Okay, so if I may, you have to have the MetaMask in order to have the wallet, and you have to create Coinbase in order to transfer your US
Yes.
dollars into crypto.
Yes.
And then you have to connect. So you need to have both.
Yes.
Okay, that was my question. These are like
Yes.
two different things. So Coinbase is the exchange and MetaMask is the wallet.
Yes, those are keywords that I was missing.
That was what I was asking. What do we call, what's the generic term? What's a label we call each of those things? So that when we
Coinbase
talk about other people,
is your
we know what we're talking
exchange.
about.
And there's many others that you can use, FTX, there's Binance, but I feel like all intents and purposes, those are the simplest. They have the best security, and I think they're the most user-friendly. They'll be around forever and ever. And I think as this industry evolves, they're just going to get easier and easier. So the steps that we walked through right now, where you have to go from Coinbase and then transfer money, I think it's just going to get easier and easier. Right now, it's a little complicated.
So is OpenSea the same thing as Coinbase too, or is it something different?
OpenSea is a marketplace.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second. And someone's just giving me clear. Oh, so OpenSea, I'm going to see if I can stop sharing because it won't let me log in properly when I'm actually sharing my screen to you. But Jenna made a really great point. I want to make sure we sort of talked about this idea of the exchange of like Coinbase, but there is a difference between Coinbase and Coinbase Wallet. It is a second thing that you would have to download, and the Coinbase Wallet and MetaMask are the same types of NFT wallets that we're talking about. There's Coinbase, which is an exchange, which is a little bit different. Yes. Yes. And the marketplace is something different. Let me log in here.
Oh, that makes more sense now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and log in because it doesn't want me to log in while I'm showing you guys this. I think that is really funny. I'm going to log into MetaMask because I think this will be easier we were already in there. It really won't let me do that. That's so funny. It's so smart. Here we go. Okay. Share screen. Okay, so I'm here in OpenSea. I think you guys, is it sharing screen? So OpenSea is a marketplace. This is a little bit different. This is where this is one of many, many marketplaces, but this is where a lot of these NFTs are being housed, they're sold. I mean, this is almost like a stock trading site here. And these numbers change all the time. So for example, here's, one of these new hot projects right now. It's called Invisible Friends. It minted about 2 weeks ago, I guess. It's got a blue check. It's really exciting. It's got a high price buy-in at 7.5 ETH. And this is where you can look to see what you want to buy. There's a lot of different ways to buy, and there's a lot of strategy to it. There's, deciding what the aesthetics are, what the properties are. There's rarity pieces to it, but this is basically what OpenSea is. It is a marketplace to buy and sell NFTs. So after minting, NFTs will basically be revealed, and they'll be on a secondary market where you can buy them. So for example, and these are really big, powerful projects like World of Women. It's probably one of the biggest female-forward, female-owned and founded projects. It's at 7.5 right now. And if you look back at the activity of it, I mean, this price has fluctuated. So if we go back to when it minted, I don't even know. I don't even think it's on here. It was quite a while ago. Let's go to its inception, all time. This is when it minted at. This came hot off the presses like a Krispy Kreme. I guess it minted around 0.1. And now we've seen the value of this go up and up and up all through this time. I think the highest it's been has been up to 17. So this is why we look at this as being an asset. The community around it, the engagement, the following, the added brand engagement, it has caused the value of it to go up and up and up. And you can buy and sell. I mean, it's constantly being traded here. And I'm going to show you. So here, I don't know why it won't. Okay. So again, this is my MetaMask wallet. It has only 0.6 ETH in it. Here, it'll show you like a lot of transactions and activities that have gone on in here. I minted something right here. I minted the Mystic Sisterhood. I wonder if it'll take me to that website. It won't, but I was minting projects. I was purchasing, but all of this will tie in now to your NFT portfolio, which again is right here. So your profile will come up. And because my wallet is linked on this browser, my NFTs will show up here as well. I've got, these are
How much was the Toonie money? I'm curious.
Oh my God, I have way too many of these. I need to start selling them.
Oh, those are yours. That's so cool. I love that artist.
Oh, you do? I love to hear that.
I actually worked with him and he gave me for Christmas a print.
Oh, wow.
Like an actual print. Yeah.
Yes. Well, this is one of those ones that I will say it's really interesting because I like the Peter Toonie artist, but also he attached a physical piece of art to the NFT art. So that's, you know, another use case that I thought was super interesting. And I feel like he sort of revealed it, but if you go back, you'll see there was sort of, I minted several of his works, but they're all different. This is not a good example of a one of one, because as you can tell, the art is sort of the same, but I got different ones out of the mint and I had no control as to what you would get. So if we go to Title Tribe, no. And you guys, this is almost like, I feel like we're going down the rabbit hole right now, but feel free to drop off. I know it's your Friday night, or your whatever night it is. So for example, if we look at the Title Tribe, all of these are one of ones. They're different, but they're themed because we want to talk about like equity, Web3 inclusion. We have Miami there, crypto. So it's so beautiful. And we won't know what we're going to get. Any more questions? What else can I ask or answer?
I had a question. I've heard people talk about like the domain names and it's like their name.eth. Like, is that necessary also to purchase now that we have a wallet? And if so, like really what's the purpose of that? Is people like changing their Twitter names to that? But like
Yes.
outside of that, what's the purpose of that domain name?
I think
people don't know what that is, so you can also explain that.
Yep. I think it's an easy, nice thing to have, for example, because it is like when you were new to like Twitter or Instagram, like trying to get your baby's name was a big deal, right? And so I would do it. You basically go to an ENS site and hold on, I'm trying to pull mine up. Yeah, it doesn't want me to do this. Wow, it really doesn't let me do a lot when I'm on. Let's see. Yeah, it says site not secure. Sorry, you guys. Yeah. Okay, so it'll let me pull this up now. Let's see. So what she is talking about in particular, thanks, Lena, great question, is people are buying this ENS domain. So you see at the top of my screen here, it's tanyasam.eth.xyz. Again, this is kind of like a public key to your wallet. So you now connect a wallet to it. You can give this out to people. So let's say you met someone on the street and they were like, yo, what's your Instagram? This is basically what they're asking for. And so it's a really easy way to say, hey, it's tanyasam.eth. Forget the XYZ, that's just how it's housed in my browser, but it's tanyasam.eth, and it's a really easy way to communicate very quickly what your wallet's attached to. Oftentimes people use this because keep, like I said, different assets in different places. And so they don't want, you know, if you had like 10 Bored Apes, that's a lot of money. And so you might not publicly want people to know that it's there because it's also very public. But I think, like, Lena, I would advise you get one. I don't know how tied people are to having them be their first name and initial. You know, I think the more and more as it grows, people will adopt these. I would also say if you have a business, consider getting it for your business as well. Because I've seen, like, I think the names are just sort of flying. It's like Twitter handles as well.
Where do you get them?
It is on, it's ENS. I think you just go, I have to find out because I think I'm going to tell you the wrong website right now.
I think it's just ens.domains.
That's what I thought.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it is, guys. It's ens.domains. And it's almost like when you were buying like a Google website, you're just hosting it there. Yep. Thanks, Lena.
And I also noticed with that website when you're going, like sometimes I guess same thing like you said about ETH can go up. Like I've looked before and like the name that I wanted would be like $200. The next time I wanted to buy it, it was literally like $49. And
Yeah.
as you increase the years, like 1, 2, 3 years, it kind of got a little cheaper. So I would just advise you guys just to kind of like look around and like decide on a certain day, you'll know when it goes down. And I've heard people say like, buy it for more years if possible. Cause just like, you know, a GoDaddy domain, like a website,
Exactly.
like you don't want someone else to buy it the second year, then you don't have a website anymore. Like you want that for the future.
Yes, exactly.